Hey, Ian Rapport, thank you so much. Thank you. What a nice Twitter you have. Gee, I bet you didn't think that one through. Ah, man. I was wishing you were doing something productive. Just looking through the news, right? Yeah. It's kind of funny. I don't blame you, dude. You love being on some little TV show with Pat McAfee or whatever, some little radio show he's got going on. But you know what's funny about you? The history of you. The history is probably even the funny part. Remember when you were like reporting that the Lions got Golden Tate? like, dude, I understand though. I'm flattered that you mentioned me. I'm flattered. I am. I'm flattered. Uh, hey, I understand it's hard for you. You have a wife. You have kids. I get it. I get it. Um, but I just love you talking about me. I love it. Like, Good Morning Football? Yeah. Of course you're going to talk or mention somewhat of me. Um, isn't that crazy though? Like how prepared I am? We are not even in September. We're not even in August. We're not even close. You paid attention to me most likely talking about Madden 24 also. But you gotta see this. I'll still probably play Madden 24 because it has some edgy things in it. But Madden 24 is online. That's definitely just the thing that Madden fans, all us Madden fans are cautious about that because it's like, okay, let's not have good gameplay. Okay, let's not have good meta. You know, they kind of want to have a good football game, so that way when you guys are showing your tournaments or your paid tournaments or whatever in your esports, that you have a good game overall, and they're not just doing the same things over and over again to get to that tournament spot. Um, but what's a deep dive I could do for you? Let me do a deep dive for you, okay? So let me do something for you, okay? So what you've talked about Dalvin Cook, you've talked about DeAndre Hopkins, you've talked about the trades of Daniel Hunter. You keep talking about Minnesota. You're kind of like a broken record at this point. It's like Minnesota, 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 then Minnesota again, then Minnesota again, and it doesn't help your show, guys. You have Good Morning Football, and you have a diehard Vikings fan on there. It's not like, oh cool, I'm gonna tune into this and this is gonna be entertaining. Um, and I don't care if Nate Burleson was once a Minnesota Viking. The funny part isn't that the funny part? Like, I don't care if Nate Burleson's fuming right now. I don't care if he's fuming. He knows better not to get in a car accident. That's just called being a man. But like grabbing a slice of pizza. I don't. We want to talk about grabbing a slice of pizza. At least, like when he came back, I still cheered for him when he came back. When he came back to the Lions, and because he's a good receiver. He's a good receiver. I don't have anything against the guy, but like apparently, like it's like, dude. I mean, come on. The whole entire time, I was working with Matthew Stafford, trying to see if he would do something. He wasted Theo Riddick's career. He literally, man, he got everything going crazy. Like he just had us slumping and slumping and slumping, and it was kind of like, but it's kind of like the thing, like you would want me to shut up, but I'm not gonna shut up. Of course, I want to fix my offensive line. Of course, I want to do that. Of course, I want to make sure that when the Lions come into the NFL season this year, that you guys aren't, doing what you want to do. Rush your blitzes, put your linebacker. That's the typical thing. I don't want none of that. I already know what that is. That's the sack, sack, sack. Um, and that's kind of like, what the heck is it? I just have a rare opportunity right now. Very rare opportunity. You guys call out Frank Ragnow. Like, I'm like, come on, guys. Are you serious right now? Um, Frank Ragnow, like, it's too funny, dude. It's like, okay, well, here's the thing, guys. We don't have to worry about Frank Ragnow if you really want to know. We don't have to worry about him at all. Our offensive line gels without our starters. You guys keep on constantly thinking things that's just like, are you kidding me? You'll mention DeAndre Hopkins. Jeez, for crying out loud, you'll mention DeAndre Hopkins. So what? Like, what is he gonna be like a 1 year show? Isn't that that's the main story for it? Like, will he be a 1 year show? Will he just be a one trick pony? Kenny Galladay was a one trick pony. Like, come on, guys, are you serious right now? Sometimes, like if a team's really gonna keep a player, they're gonna keep a player. Another thing is Minnesota Vikings giving up Dalvin Cook. That's just their competitive nature. They're like, well, we're just tired of fumbling the ball. But we can't talk about that, can we? We have to look at the Minnesota Vikings in a good light, right? We can't talk about Dalvin Cook fumbling the ball countless times and times again. I'm not even talking about my team, man. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody's punching the ball out from them. But it's like, okay, so do you remember how silly your Pro Bowl was? Oh my gosh, it was silly. Like, you guys got Jonah Jackson. Why did you put Jonah Jackson in the Pro Bowl? Well, that's right. Number one run blocker. Number one run blocker of all NFL. So, like, you're thinking, like, okay, well, I should, that's why I'm going to push my Lions. This might be the time I get back my offensive line where we were ranked second in offense next to the Patriots and Tom Brady, next to prime Tom Brady, So, I mean, I never forget any tidbit, dude. I never forget, like, the schemes, I never forget our pass protection. That's what we really need. We need pass protection. Because we got run blocking. We got that all day. And it's kind of crazy. We're gelling really good when it comes to the offensive line because Penei Sewell, he's the number one guard, He's the number one guard. You guys don't even talk about him, but he's the number one guard. We just have, it's crazy, dude. Our offensive line is nuts. And with our defensive line working hard, there's no telling how this offensive line is going to be. This has to be a make or break. And it's not just the fact of the Detroit Lions themselves. It's the fact that they got the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive line coach, which was very good. Like, that was a very good little pickup because Jacksonville Jaguars, they make very good defenses. They might not be able to make a good component on offense, but yeah, they can make you a good defense. They can make you a defense to get to an AFC championship, But yeah, I'm here.